Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Bella with Bella and the Phoenix. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I have big news, okay? Well, first off, I want to say thank you for being here, and I wanted to do a reading for you guys, for the collective. We're going to check in on what are the energies that are going to come about as a result of this fall equinox, because the energy peaked yesterday and it's basically almost like a tower, right? Where things that have not been working have to crumble down in order for the new energy to come in, right? And so if you have been waiting for things to happen and you've been in this standstill, I feel like with this new equinox energy coming in, it's going to propel you to that next level, right? To that next energy, that new chapter, right? And so I just want to dive into the energies and see what the spirit wants us to know for the collective, for the twin flames, for the divine masculine and feminine, of what this energy is going to look like, right? Like, now that the dust has settled after the storm, what's going to happen, right? Like, what is this new energy that we're shifting into? Because it's very powerful, and it's so powerful that I had 2 towers yesterday hit, and which is crazy that I just said that, because I just thought of like the twins, right? The twin towers. Oh gosh. But anyways, it's just that energy where things that I have been waiting to move away from finally came to a crescendo, like a freaking finale. Okay, so the first thing I will say is that I quit my job, okay? And you know, ever since I moved here to Mexico, I just felt this energy where it didn't feel right working for this company anymore. And I was trying to be patient. I was trying to give it a go, you know. I thought maybe I'm just being in my ego or whatever, you know. But as things started progressing up until this peak that hit yesterday, I just felt like it's time. You know, it's time to pull the trigger. I have to, you know, make my exit, right? And that's what I did. And there was a lot of tears, you know, a lot of goodbyes for my coworkers yesterday. And I'm not trying to get emotional, but yeah, it was hard, you guys. But that's okay, you know. Life is about always adjusting to the changes that are happening, and it was hard. It was something that I knew was coming to this conclusion, and when I saw that it was already like a lost cause, I was like, okay, it's time to leave, you know, it's time to finally make my exit. And I gave him my resignation and I quit, you know. And so now that I've already purged all the pain and, you know, that old energy that was building up for months, even before my move, I felt like this company doesn't have my back. Like, it just felt like that. It just felt like it was no longer in alignment with me. And especially when I went through my fertility treatments, you know, there's some things that happen within my job that really opened up my eyes and made me feel like, wow, they really don't have my back, you know, especially because I was going through my move and everything. So anyways, but all that to say, I felt the energy peaking, and I really wanted to do a reading yesterday because it was the actual official day of the fall equinox. But you know, I am human, and like when we're going through stuff, especially like a tower moment like that, where you know you're leaving a job, it's like it's a lot for anybody to go through because you're ending a contract. And so yeah, so it was very powerful, and I felt called to do what I had to do for my well-being. And I'm glad that I did it, because now I get to pour all my energy into my channel and to you guys, you know. So anyways, I didn't mean to go off on a long rant. But that's what it is. And and I feel better about my decision. And I know that it was something that was happening, that was already fizzling out, you know what I mean? And it just had to come to a dead end, you know, like it just had to finally conclude, right? So anyways, I did shuffle my decks, and I did cleanse them with some sage and my incense or whatever. So we're gonna check in on the Divine Masculine. I feel like, you know, we're gonna see what the cards reveal, and we can also check on you, Divine Feminine. But for the most part, I feel like he's learning a lot of lessons right now, and some of them are not very pleasant. You know, like some of them are going through a dark night of the soul, ego death. Like their ego is fighting their soul, and they're in battle within themselves. And yeah, so, but you know, it's interesting because the bottom of the deck here is a 6 of Wands. So I feel like he's battling himself, but the end result here is that he's going to finally come to an alignment, like a Hail Mary, you know, where his soul is going to be able to shine through and put the ego in check, and there's going to be calm, right? This is somebody that's coming back home after a battle. Like, this is triumph, this is success. And a lot had to do with their spiritual beliefs, you know, and this is where the soul really had to show this person. Wow, we have the Tower. I mean, the Tower is crumbling down their old beliefs, okay? And that's usually how the ego death happens, right? And so the devil's here because this person was going back and forth, right, with the 2 of Pentacles, and then we have the 2 of Swords. They were at a crossroads about starting this new beginning, but things are balancing out finally. Now we have the Lovers, okay? So very intense energy so far in this pre-shuffle, but I just feel like they're finally, in this new energy that's coming in, they're finally coming to their senses. They're finally seeing through the fog of their emotions, right? If they had like blocked emotions, they're seeing finally through that fog. The dust is finally settling, and the new energy is going to propel them to that next stage. So Spirit, tell us, what is this new energy that we should expect for the Divine Masculine? Wow, we have the King of Pentacles. So I feel like he's going to finally become more stable within himself, within his household, right? This is somebody that has a lot of passion because they're in that orange-red cloak, right? They're going to go after what they're passionate about, and the passion has to do with the soul, right? Look at this. We have the 3 of Cups at the bottom. So this is going to be like a reconciliation of the soul, where finally somebody is, like I said earlier, letting go of the ego, putting the ego in check, because there has been a Tower. The Tower hit yesterday. A lot of epiphanies came about, and this is a new energy. This is a really happy energy. This is a reunion of the soul. Like, finally we overcame that ego. Right? We have the Star here poking through. Now we are balancing out our emotions. We're healing. You know, usually the Tower comes right before the Star. The Star comes after the Tower. So now this is a period of healing, of prosperity, of harmony. Love it. Okay. This could also be the masculine is going to give you a solid offer in the physical world. But we'll clarify here with some oracle in a little bit. Okay, I hope you guys are doing well, by the way. I just started rambling and but yeah, it's been a crazy 24 hours, okay? I will say that. So if I'm feeling it, I know you guys are too. All right, so what else do we need to know, Spirit, for this new energy? Wow, do you see that flip? The Six of Pentacles in reverse. I'm kind of sensing here this person's no longer giving to people that were energy vampires, is what I'm getting. That's what Spirit just told me, like energy vampires. Yeah. They're giving to people that are at their level, okay? You see, they're like eye to eye. Those cups are like pretty much even keel. Yeah. Wish fulfillment. This is what they wish for. They wish for somebody that's at their level, not somebody pulling from their energy or them having to pull from that person's energy. Two people that are balanced, ready to give each other equal give and take. And I feel like there was a delay in this person being able to be in this energy because they were not ready to get to that step. But even when it's upside down, the 6 looks like a 9, right? So I feel like this person is done giving and overextending themselves for people that are not at their level and don't appreciate it, right? That's what I'm getting. Okay, what else? What else is going on, Spirit, for the Divine Masculine? King of Wands. Ooh, it's that ego. The King of Wands, he's a leader, but if he's not in a divine energy, he could be very egotistical. You know, it's my way or the highway. I don't know if you guys watch Steve's Love Tarot. I recently started watching him. He cracks me up. But he calls the King of Wands a Burger King, okay? And it's so true because this person is very self-serving. They just want to have it their way. And it's interesting that he's looking at this Six of Pentacles reverse, because I'm getting here that he's finally feeling like, you know what, I'm not going to go after people that are not at my level, you know? And this King of Pentacles is turning away from the Six of Pentacles in reverse. He's got his back turned, you know? Look at the Six of Swords. Exactly. I'm not going to give my mental energy to people that are not at my level. That's really what I'm getting here. Very, very good energy. You know, they're going from choppy waters to calmer waters. Wow, did you guys just see that? The Hangman just wanted to show his face. There are no accidents in tarot, and when things like this happen, that was meant to happen. Spirit wanted you guys to see the Hangman, right? Now this person's starting to see things differently. Whereas before they thought that it was okay for people to take from their energy, it was okay for them to be depleted. Now they're learning, wait a minute, that's not how it's supposed to go, because I'm finding myself wanting relief, wanting to replenish my energy. Now they're starting to realize I have to let go of this type of shenanigans. Yeah, cutting it off with the King of Swords. I have to cut it off. I can no longer entertain this energy of not giving equally, not being reciprocated here. Wow. Interesting. Okay. What else, Spirit? What else do we need to know? Also, I feel like the Hangman is about letting go, right? After you see something, you're letting go of that energy. You're no longer entertaining people or things that don't bring you happiness. Just like, you know, with my job, I just didn't feel like I was being celebrated. I felt like they were just, anyway, it just wasn't in alignment. Okay. These flipped over in reverse. So we have the the Nine of Wands in reverse with the Fool in reverse. So I feel like there's a delay here because this person was very guarded. And it's interesting because now this is upside down. It looks like a 6. And we saw the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This person's ready to come home after being in a long battle with themselves or a long battle with people that were taking from them, taking advantage of them. And they're no longer going towards those things because now they're protecting themselves, okay? So that's what I feel. I feel like Spirit is saying here that the divine masculine starting to realize that they can't move on in this energy by keeping people that take advantage of them. They're finally standing up for themselves. And they were confused about this because they couldn't tell if these people had the right intentions in their life. You know, so they had to become a student, the Page of Swords, and start really looking into, you know, these different, like, options, like people that he's pouring his energy into. Okay. So, yeah, so I feel like that's what's going on. This person has many cups, like their energy spread out all over the place, and now I feel like he's calling his energy back by being the King of Pentacles, you know, not letting people get one over on them that were taking advantage of them otherwise. And until they let their guard down, that's when they can start a brand new beginning. But it's in reverse right now because this is a challenge at the moment. Okay. So let's see. This flipped over. Shallow. Hollow, empty, boredom. So I'm getting here that the masculine's realizing that things in the physical world have been at like empty victories is what I'm getting. Like just not fulfilling. We saw the Knight of Cups earlier. So I feel like they're getting to a place now where they feel empty. They feel like nobody's giving to them equally. And as a result, they feel empty, right? They still feel like they want more with the King of Wands here. Bottom of the deck is confession. So they might come in with a confession and say, hey, I think I, you know, finally see the light in the darkness. That I was just entertaining shallow connections in the physical world and they just depleted me, you know? Yeah. They were clinging on to me and I couldn't breathe, is what I'm getting. Okay. So why is the Six of Pentacles reversed here, Spirit? Yeah. Influences, third parties, attachments. So these people were taking from the masculine. And this could be the feminine too, where she felt like he was taking from her energy and she finally had to cut it off. We saw the King of Swords earlier. Like finally coming home to themselves, like the Six of Wands we saw earlier. So this person was being influenced to give and not receive equally and entertaining people that were not at their level. And now they're opening up their heart, being receptive, right? Being receptive to finally let go of these influences that were keeping their heart shut down. You know, because if you feel like somebody is not giving to you, it doesn't motivate you to give to them more. You know, if anything, it makes you pull back. Okay, so why is the King of... I almost said King of Swords. Why is the King of Wands here, Spirit? Wow, family came out like in reverse. But I'm not going to take it in reverse. But that just shows you that this person really could have learned this my way or the highway type of mentality from their family. From their dad, their mom, you know, family members, whatever. But I feel like they're starting to realize I can't keep living that type of mentality, because we saw the Hierophant earlier, like this person starting to change their spiritual beliefs. I can't keep going after my old family beliefs, because that's where it got me in this influence where people were not reciprocating my energy back to me. They were draining me, right? And with fertility, I feel like this person's starting to create new ideas, new energies are starting to form where they're realizing this is not how it should be and this is what I was taught, but now it's time to change, right? Yeah, this was poking through bitterness, resentment, anger, hurtful words. So this could have been from their family wounds, you know, where they thought that it was normal to be in connections like this. And that's what they were used to. And also because they become this King of Wands, they become bitter and resentful and say what they feel like saying in the heat of the moment. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, when it comes to commitment. So this really affected this person and how they see commitment. And in this new energy, I feel like now they're wanting to create something new and lead the way to opening their heart. Because he's facing, the King of Wands is facing the open heart card here in this pile, right? Yeah, memories. Because they're thinking back about you, Divine Feminine, because you're the one who had an open heart. You were the one who was very giving to him. And this could have been where he got used to you always giving to him. And he didn't feel like he had to give anything back in return. But I feel like now he's realizing that he was very shallow in doing that. And he doesn't, it's almost like he got his karma. You know what I mean? Because what he did to you, other people did it to him. And now it's coming full circle. And that's why he's starting to realize, I can't keep being this closed off person if I want to take a leap of faith and start something new. Okay, right when I saw the clock, it was 21:21. So that's the world, right? The countdown. So now they're realizing their lessons here. I said that in the beginning of the reading. The lessons are showing them that they cannot keep applying their same old beliefs that they had from their family life growing up into the next relationships, or the ones, you know, the ones that they're recently in, or whatever the situation is. They have to take risks, right? Because that's where possibilities are, when you finally become that full with optimism, like, you know what, I'm gonna take a leap of faith and see where the wind takes me. Okay, so why is the 9 of Wands here, Spirit? It's like this person is exhausted. They're tired of this delay, right? Wow. Divine Feminine, Yin, feminine energy. So they're tired of denying the Divine Feminine within them. They're also tired of denying you, right? Wow. Bottom of the deck, second chance, reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. So until this person finally comes in with this confession, I feel like this new energy is going to show you that they're going to confess that they know they didn't give equally to you, because now they know what it's like to deal with people that did the same thing they did to you to them. And so now they're realizing, I learned this from my family and I thought this was normal. So now they're starting to realize, but now I want to take a leap of faith with you, because now I've delayed myself from my own happiness, but I'm empty. And I feel like now in this new energy, they're going to start filling their own cup with the Divine Feminine energy. They're going to start feeling their emotions. Remember I said earlier, like, they're going to start feeling the the emotional block lifting. That's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, they were pushing away their emotions. Okay? Blocking the feminine, pushing her away. This new energy is going to show them that you need to make amends with yourself, with your Divine Feminine within yourself, right? Because we have both masculine and feminine energy. And take this opportunity to restart. I said that in my last reading. This person's wanting to do a restart. And this new energy is helping them open up their heart. Because he was used to dealing with people that were shallow because they themselves didn't have an open heart. And so it was easy to entertain those connections because you are who you surround yourself with, right? So if you have an open heart and they have a closed heart, that's not going to work, right? So let's find out why is 7 of Cups here as the overall energy. Page of Swords, he could be watching you online. He could even be watching this reading right now. Right? Just to kind of get an idea. We're going to find out how the feminine is feeling towards the masculine. But right now, I just feel like they're starting to realize where they want to pour their energy. And where they want to pour their energy is adventure. You know, this is like Yellow energy reminds me of courage, like wanting to go towards something new, but it takes courage, right? Because it's not familiar. Yeah, going towards something that's exciting, to have a good time, right? We saw the Six of Swords earlier. This person's ready to leave the drama behind and go towards their true happiness. I love it. Okay, so let's get a card for how he feels towards you, my viewer. How does the masculine feel towards my viewer? Wow. New love. I love it. So yeah, your person really loves you. And they feel this new love energy with you. I feel like this equinox is bringing you guys on a new chapter, new love, right? But this person needed to see things differently, right? Because they were looking at you through the lens of their family wounding, you know? And to them, it's like, that's not normal. Healthy relationships, that's not what I'm used to, right? I'm going to go towards what I'm used to. Toxic. People draining me. People not appreciating me because I don't feel good enough. I don't feel worthy, right? But now the tower hit with this equinox, they're starting to, you know, crumble, burn down like those old beliefs. And now a new foundation is being built, right? Yeah, it has to do with their domestic life. So this new perspective is helping them see what domestic life should be, which is a loving, equal give and take connection. How does the feminine feel towards the masculine spirit at this time? Oh my God, I had a feeling this card was going to come out. I love it. She wants to reconcile with you, masculine, if you're watching this. You know? And it's interesting because the King of Wands is facing this way. The Dove is facing this way towards new love, right? And so I feel like this new energy, you guys are going to reconcile. And then we have the three energy here at the bottom, which reminds me of the Three of Cups. We saw the Three of Cups earlier. This person is in an energy where they want to celebrate, right? They want to get together with you. This reminds me of the Trinity. You, your person, and God, right? It's like the triangle. The Holy Trinity. This is a holy spiritual connection. And so, and we saw reconciliation here too. So we got two cards here of reconciliation. And so your person's in a learning stage at the moment with the Page of Swords, but they're going to come out of that and they want to take this leap of faith with you. New love. Okay. Let's get some romance angels and see what do we need to know. Wow, we got soulmate. This is your soulmate. They're coming in. They're coming in this equinox energy. Okay, that's a new energy that's coming in. A reconciliation. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, attraction. Because what goes up must come down, right? This reminds me of like what I think I said this in my last reading. The 5D is going to match with the 3D, right? And as long as you keep focusing on what makes you happy, this person's going to feel like they want to also mirror that energy back to you. And look at that, retreat was underneath that. I said that in my last reading. This person wants to restart a retreat. Okay? Maybe that's when this energy finally flows, they're going to start coming in to come visit you. If you guys, especially if you guys live far away. Yeah. Interesting. Because I literally was talking about my job, you know, like this new energy is going to have you guys get a new job. Your finances and career are going to flourish is what I'm getting, because we saw what's it called? the new love, right? Like new love is gonna, maybe you guys are gonna work together, right? To have a new career path. A lot of passion here, okay? And I said that with the King of Pentacles. A lot of passion here. This person is realizing that the material world was not fulfilling them, because now they know that their soul is telling them it's time for you to leave that old energy behind, what you grew up, you know, consuming, so to speak, right? And it's time to change your diet. You know, like detox. Wow. Okay. What else do we need to know, Spirit, to wrap up this beautiful reading for the collective, for the fall equinox? A burst of magic. We have the lotus flower here. Okay. So this person is gonna get some kind of epiphany or burst of magic to finally transform, because the lotus flower is that flower that grew in the water, like in the mud, right? And so they got their ears wide open, right? I feel like, especially because the King of Wands showed up, this person may have been closed off, not wanting to listen to you. And I feel like now they're starting to listen to Spirit, to their divine feminine within them. And now they're starting to be more aware of what they need to know, and not just dismiss it as noise, but actually intently listen to what the universe is telling them to do next. Okay. Let's pull some my twin flame hidden truths here. What else do we need to know, Spirit? Independence is essential. You must first learn to build a life without them. 12 energy. And that's interesting because the 12 has to do with the hangman. And I feel like I've been seeing 12 a lot lately. We have the number 33 here. That could be significant for some of you. But this is exactly what it's saying here. You must first learn to build a life without this person, right? And I feel like this is a new energy that you're stepping into, because once you are able to be filling your own cup, that's when you can share with, you know, with the other person. And we saw the Two of Cups earlier. Karmic soul contracts, they're not done fulfilling their soul contract with the karmic, okay? And that's not for all of you, but for some of you. You know, this person is still learning that they need to wrap up this unbalanced, dramatic, toxic connection or connections, right? They have to sort through that fog. That's why we saw the Seven of Cups earlier. They have to finally start listening to their soul, because when they listen to their ego, that's where they get stuck in karmic soul contract that keep repeating, right? Look at this. Guarding themselves. The story will keep repeating until they see the pattern, right? And I feel like with this new energy, they're starting to realize they're not fulfilled no matter what. And that's when something different will have to shift, right? Which is going to be their soul is going to be louder than their ego. And now we have diamond ring, engagement and agreement, next level, right? So in this new energy, for the fall equinox, there's going to be a next level union here. A proposal for some of you. Yeah, look at that. But you have to let go. You have to let go of the patterns, right? You have to let go of the past. You have to let go of people that don't have the best intentions for you, or jobs, or whatever the situation is. You have to clean house so that you can finally see things differently with the hangman. We saw the perspective card earlier. Yeah, because otherwise you'll be stuck in stalemate. No way out. No way out of the cycle if you don't look at things differently by being in a fantasy. We saw the Seven of Cups earlier. Okay. What's going to be the potential outcome, Spirit? The full moon, Queen. State of equilibrium. And we are in Libra season as of today. Happy Libra. Happy birthday to my Libras. But yeah, it's going to be where the energy is going to culminate to where you guys are going to have a harvest, right? Bearing the fruit. The seeds have been planted, and now in this fall equinox, they're going to come to a full bloom, a burst of magic, right? Yeah, you're going to have success. We started the reading on the pre-shuffle with the Six of Wands, and now we have this card here. So the outcome here, Spirit is saying, once this person has let go, because full moon is about letting go, right, of what no longer serves, being self-aware, right, self-aware that they were not doing right for themselves by being in this toxic situations, to finally get to that victory, to come home to themselves. Look at that. And communication is going to happen. Bottom of the deck. And that's something that you don't see, right? So once this happens in this equinox, communication is going to come in. They might be a little bit nervous, okay? But they're going to finally face you, you know? They're going to finally make amends with you. We saw reconciliation twice. And when cards show up twice in a reading from different decks, that's confirmation. Like, that's the energy. Wow, look at this. Underneath that was ring. Another ring. We got 2 rings here. Okay, and I literally just finished saying when 2 cards show up and it's the same message, that's confirmation that that's what's going to happen. Like, Spirit always confirms. We got proposal, okay? Trust, right? So trust that this cycle is going to close. We got the Ace of Wands here. A passionate new beginning. So, yeah, I mean, we have 1 ring here and then we have 2 wedding bands here. So it's progressing to a full commitment. You guys are going to get engaged and then you're going to be finally married, right? You're going to have closure. You're going to continue where you left off. I love it. Okay, they're going to come home. Come home to themselves first, and then they're going to come to you. Okay, guys? So I'm going to leave it there. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by clicking on my link below. And I hope that was helpful. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!